You wake up at 6 a.m. and spend an hour working on your creative work. Miss a day and you double up the next. Yet you're still not making the progress you want to make. So you think, I just need to work even harder. Please hear this clearly. You are working hard enough, possibly too hard. So the solution is not to push yourself even harder. And once you understand what's actually going on, you'll finally start making reliable progress on your creative work without burning yourself out in the process. I'm Christine Karen, founder of Good Jelly. I work with people who care deeply about their creative work, and I help them make progress that is not just reliable, but inevitable. Many of the people I work with were in that same place thinking, I'm not making progress, so I have to work even harder. But here's the thing, they had made time and were already applying real effort. But they too weren't making the progress they wanted and expected themselves to make. Sometimes, despite their effort, meaningful progress would stall for weeks or months or even years. Sometimes progress was actually happening, but they were on the edge of burnout and had lost their connection to their creativity, and their progress was faltering as a result. But they thought, still, I have to work harder. And why wouldn't they? Everything we've been taught and all the cultural norms about making progress says you are at fault. It's a personal failure, lack of sufficient effort. So what did they do? They made harsher plans, decided they had to get up even earlier, canceled all social engagements and fun, buckled down, and their inner critic was raging loud and noisy, saying things like, not good enough, should be working harder, if you really wanted this, you would get it together. And maybe they scared themselves into making a little more progress. But they kept slogging through anyway. Their whip was cracking. And then some part of themselves, a part that was simply like, no way, started to rebel. Not loudly, subversively. They started losing focus. They didn't go out, but they started numbing on Netflix. Or they definitely couldn't work on their creative work because something had to get done for their real job. Or they started helping all their creative friends make progress with their projects. The goal, what was happening, do something, anything that doesn't have to be done like their creative work had turned into a boot camp with a drill sergeant from hell. And they were the drill sergeant. Here's what no one told them, and no one has told you. The problem is not you. It is not your level of effort. The problem is you've been taught that all progress problems with your creative work have one cause: lack of sufficient effort on your part. That would be like going to a doctor that could only give you one diagnosis. You cut your finger? Clearly you have a bad case of the hiccups. You broke your leg? Oh, that's definitely hiccups too. And now you're back with a runny nose? That's actually the clearest signal yet that you have a really, really bad case of the hiccups. Now, that makes zero sense. Just like it makes zero sense to automatically assume every progress problem you have is a lack of effort issue on your part. Sometimes a progress slowdown is because you're not managing your priorities effectively. One of our clients automatically kept saying yes whenever her writer friends asked her to read their manuscripts. She actually didn't have to work harder. She had to learn how to say no, or at least, I can't do it right now. I could do it in a few months once my manuscript is out on submission. Sometimes a progress slowdown is because you're trying to make yourself get work done in a way that actually doesn't work for you. If you're not detail-oriented, but making yourself make these intensive quarterly plans with deadlines and due dates that you have to stick to strictly, that is not an effort problem. That's a process alignment problem. And sometimes how hard you are already working is the problem. You're pushing yourself past your limit, which makes pushing yourself even harder the worst possible thing you can do for your progress because it's just going to lead to burnout, and burnout equals zero progress. And these are just three of an endless multitude of potential causes for a progress slowdown with your creative work. To effectively solve any progress problem, you have to understand the correct cause of the progress problem. You need the right diagnosis. But the old school productivity paradigm that we all live in always says there is only one diagnosis. You are at fault. That is why so many people get trapped in a cycle of trying to work harder, commit harder, do more, which means the cause of most of the progress problems I see is not that the person is not working hard enough. It is the assumption that not working hard enough is the problem. I'm going to say that one more time because it's really important. The cause of most progress problems I see is not that the person is not working hard enough. It is the assumption that not working hard enough is the problem. The good news is that once you stop making that assumption, you have a clear runway to figure out what is actually causing the slowdown. And once you know that, it's much easier to figure out a solution that will get your progress back on track.